Hi there, my name is Art, and I do newspapers and magazines. This is one of my newspapers. Here's one of my tabloids. Here's another newspaper, the church paper. There's another one, the Discount Clipper. I've been doing newspapers for quite a few years now, and I've been making a lot of money. Here's the lifestyles, the vocal local. But the most important thing is I've been teaching people to do newspapers. Here's one of my students' newspapers. Here's another student's newspaper. Over the last 7 years, I taught over 500 people how to publish their own newspapers in their own towns, in their own communities, from their homes. And I've been making $100,000 a year consistently publishing newspapers and tabloids, and I've been doing it in the rural area of North and South Carolina. A lot of my students, they make a lot more money than that because they're in more urban areas with more of a population. Basically, it's a business revolving around targeted advertising, just like this. A lot of you are familiar with the Clipper magazine. Basically, what happens is you pick out a particular area, zip code, county, etc. You mail your media, whether it's the newspaper or the tabloid. You mail it to a particular area, and then you solicit advertising from those businesses in that area. They're always interested because you're mailing your paper to the households that are surrounding their business, their most likely potential customers. So basically, it's similar to the format used by the Clipper magazine. It's similar to the format used by the Valpak, except that you don't have to open the envelope and do so much work to look inside and go through those 50 little pieces of paper. You have something that's all one piece, all stuck together. Not only does it have advertising in it, but it also has advertorials, reading, informative information, a reason that the people keep the paper in the house longer. This is one of the flyers that I use to get business. And what I do is I start out by offering advertising at $100. For the $100, I'll mail a customer's ad to 10,000 homes. And that breaks down to a penny a house. They're all interested. You can't buy business cards for a penny a house. And I'm still going to make a fortune. And I'm going to, 9 out of 10 times, sell the advertiser a larger ad, not for $100, more like $400 or $200, or often a full page for $750. Here's another thing you might be familiar with. The red plum comes in the Sunday newspapers. It's the same premise. It also, has advertising. It's targeted. The only thing is these guys are looking for the big box stores, the big chains, and I work with the independents. Here's another similar vehicle called the Coffee News, and it's a similar thing, except they don't mail their paper. They put it out in various locations, and then they visit the businesses in the same locations. They have a lot of restrictions and a lot of difficulties selling advertising, not the easiest thing in the world. And a lot of these things that I'm showing you, you have to buy a franchise. In this case, nobody buys a franchise from me. I teach people how to do this business. That's all I do. I teach them the business model. I teach them how to mail their newspapers for 17 cents a copy using the bulk system. I teach them how to do that. I teach them how to get it printed for under 10 cents a copy. A 12-page, all-color newspaper, under 12 cents a copy. This is the sample paper that I supply people with. You'll notice it's got little spots about this ad, $99. This is a special paper, and this paper is something I supply to my students, and it's got all kind of sales promotions inside and things like that, so it enables my students to sell the advertising as they're turning the pages. There are promotions and all kind of things throughout the paper which will help them close the deal. So you don't have to be a salesman to sell advertising with my program. Now, I've taught over 500 people this business, and they're making a great living, and you could join them. And you don't have to pay any money. Visit my website, thefunnewsfranchise.com, and you can start for free. See if this business is for you. We don't need your money. Start for free. See if it's something that you feel you could be successful at. And then, and only then, when you understand the business and how it works, if you feel like you want me to work with you and help you, then just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll be glad to consider working with you. I don't work with everybody. You got to speak good English. I train my students on Skype, and then none of them have any problem learning the whole business. And I just get paid for my lessons. I include the software, and I include the lessons and a manual. I don't have a manual here now, but it's a 25-page manual. I guess I should have, but I wasn't ready. But anyhow, if you have interest in a home business that is a legitimate business plan, model, I have proven revenues. I have students not only in America, but in London, in Scotland, in Ireland, in Canada. I have students that I've trained all over the world, and I can train you. I hope. I mean, you know, I will determine if you're capable when we speak on the telephone. And if you call me, I will look into your area, your zip code, your county, and I will see how many businesses, how many homes, what the income is for the households in that area, and I will let you know if you're in a good area to do this business. I mean, if you're in an area and the only thing living around you is crocodiles, then obviously you're not in the right business, right area for this business. Anyhow, my name is Art, and I teach all my students one-on-one. I teach them according to their schedules because my time is my own. So I teach some students in the evening, some students I teach in the daytime. And if you've been looking for a business that you could get into, and another thing is, once you go out and you start selling advertising, you're going to be fully prepared. You're going to have a presentation book, and you're going to have sample papers. You're going to visit the businesses. You're going to make your pitch, which they all are interested in. Listen, I'm going to be mailing a paper to 10,000 homes right here in your zip code. I'm going to reach all the homes in this zip code, all the households surrounding your business. 10,000 homes. There's an average of 3 people in a home. And I'm going to have full color ads just like this in my paper, where it's starting for a penny a household. Would you have interest in that? They're all going to have interest in talking to you. So you don't have to be a salesperson, and it's a legitimate business, Basically, it works like this. You mail your paper and you print your paper, and it costs you under $3,000, which is $250 a page. So most publishers, when they first start, they do a 12-page papers, but some people are really good and really lucky. I've had publishers start with 36-page papers, where on their first edition they made $25,000. So there's a tremendous amount of potential in this business, publishing, newspapers and magazines. If you watch Channel 5, Fox News, Fox Sports, this is an empire built by Rupert Murdoch. He started with newspapers and magazines. He made a fortune because there's a lot of profit in newspapers and magazines. Also, I've taught students to do real estate books similar to Homes and Land. I've taught them to do mugshot papers and joke papers, where the papers are pre-priced, and they're pre-priced for $2. They drop them off at a bunch of stores, 100 in a bundle. They come back a month later, the papers are gone, the storekeeper sold them, collected $2 a paper, and then what happens is he gives the storekeeper 75 cents of each $2, and the storekeeper gives him $1.25. So when the papers are gone, he gets $125, and the papers cost him 10 cents. And all he did was drop the papers off. So you don't even have to sell advertising if you don't want. I mean, you can. We made it effortlessly, but you can also put together your paper, whether it's mugshot or joke or any kind of theme you want, a sports paper, make it pre-priced, distribute it in the area businesses, let them sell it for you, come back a month later and collect your money. Anyhow, I could go on and on, but visit my website, funnewsfranchise.com. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. If you could take a picture with your camera and download it into your computer, you have the skills required for me to teach you this business. So don't be a stranger. Visit the website, funnewsfranchise.com. It's an affordable program for everybody. When you go to the businesses and you have your presentation book showing your maps, offering your prices, your sample paper, you'll collect a 50% deposit from the businesses. The 50% deposit will more than pay for your postage and printing costs. After you print and mail, you go back to the businesses with the paper and you get the balance of your money. But you can start and print, publish your first paper without spending any money. You can start for free. Go to the website, it'll tell you how. And you can basically print for free because you're going to do it with the customer's deposit money. So don't be a stranger. This business is perfect for anyone who doesn't want to make a big investment, someone who wants to start a business on their own hours. You know, you could do this part-time, you could do it full-time, you could do it on weekends, you could do it at nighttime and do a nightlife type paper. You could do a golf paper, a restaurant guide. The type of papers is unlimited. Anyhow, visit the website. You'll get a lot of information. You'll take a good look at my sample paper, watch the videos on the website, and again, if you want to know about your area, if you're seriously considering this, just call me up and I'll be glad to give you the information and the scoop on your area. And all of this is free. You can start for free. I'll tell you about your area and help you plan out a business plan for free. Everything is free. It's unbelievable. Anyhow, visit the website, funnewsfranchise.com, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.